Hi, everybody. Welcome in. It's an After Sunset Sunday, and it's a busy one. I'm glad you're here. Happy Easter to those who celebrate. I see I've got Pat and Brenda and Rita and Bob and Susan in the chat. I've got Delia. Welcome in. I've got Fuzzy's Adventures in the house. I can't talk tonight, guys. I just can't talk. I've got Judy and Katie Crafts and Carrie Quilts and Cynthia and Ray Ann in the chat. Nanette is here. And Reno, welcome in, you guys. Welcome in. I rescheduled my live stream for the next week. Sometime we had it. Oh no! I'm sorry about that, Fuzzy. So sorry about that. Hi, Linda. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome. Glad you guys are here. So, yay! I'm so glad you guys are here. I really am glad you guys are here. I have missed you guys. Hey, Deborah, welcome back. Glad you're back. She's from Amherstburg, Ontario. I will eventually get the pronunciation right so I don't have to slow down when I do it. We'll get there. Hey, Patricia, welcome in. So tonight, I did put a couple of links in the description box. And Mr. Siberian Wind went, for those of you who don't know, March 29th was Vietnam Memorial Day. Like it was about the Vietnam War and honoring the veterans and those who did not make it. It was all about that and honoring them, honoring the veterans who are still alive and remembering those who are not here anymore. And so my husband went out and spoke with people at the museum in Du Bois for that memorial piece, or he was out there and he was networking. And then he went this past week, I want to say on Friday. He went Friday and went to the base here in Wyoming in Cheyenne. And he ended up being interviewed while he was there. And there's a news article out. So there's a link to the news article in the description box. So if you guys want to check it out, you can see what all Mr. Day, or see what all he got into, see what Mr. Siberian Wind got into during his military career and the stories and all of that. They got some details wrong, but we're not going to get onto them for that. I mean, we'll ask them to fix it, but it made a huge impact. And so I offered to make the thank you, Rita. She says, "Oh wow, great article." Yeah, it's a fantastic article. It's absolutely amazing. They did an amazing job, better than all the other articles that have been written. Hey, Chloe, welcome in. So there was a lot about that, and it came out, I want to say yesterday, and there's a lot of people who've already responded to it and liked it and all of that, like commented and things. So for those trips, for those of you who do not know, it's my husband, obviously. Hey, Dawn, welcome in. So I am making lanyards for the veterans and for the chaperones that are going on the trips. So instead of buying something, we're making them. That is what I was doing, reading the article while waiting. Yeah, there you go. See? You got to it fast because I just posted it less than 15 minutes ago, something like that. It hasn't been up there very long. Hey, Dorlin, welcome in. Welcome. So I am making the lanyards. I've already got a lot of these pairs matched up. So what we did is we ordered fabric strips from Amazon. Well, the chaperones are getting black lanyards, and they'll be turned in at the end of each trip, so we can reuse them for as long as possible. These are normal 2.5 inch wide by width of fabric length strips. That's what I thought I was ordering for the black and for the patriotic colors. That is not what I got sent for the patriotic colors. The patriotic colors, instead of coming in a full size, they came in half size. So I'm sewing them together and we're going to make lanyards out of them. I got home just after 6 this evening from a fun visit with my daughter. Very nice, Susan. We did some of the All Pacific Northwest shop hop, went to 60 stores. Oh my gosh. And the whole rainforest. Oh my goodness. That sounds like an a lot of fun. Sounds exhausting though. It sounds exhausting to me. Um, we had our caregiver come up, and he's as mechanically inclined as I am, but he's got more experience with it. I never worked in a mechanic shop, so but he came up and worked on trying to fix my Jeep, and my Jeep is still down for the counts. We found another issue after we fixed the first one, so I'm going to be waiting for repairs to commence later this week, probably Saturday again. It is a lot of stores, Dawn. I agree. I don't think I can imagine visiting 60 stores. How long were you there, Susan? How long did it take you to get all 60 stores? That's kind of like my next thought is, did you hit that all in one weekend? Did you hit that all in like the course of 1 week? And how did you hit that many stores in that short a period of time, I'm curious. I'm so curious. So I don't know if the patterns repeat anymore. So that's what I'm looking at. All right, so that one repeats right there. The strips did not come in a good order either. So yeah, but I have tested one out. And so this is what the strip looks like once it's sewn together. This is the black one. I tested it out on a black one because I had a full length. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to fold it in half with batting inside, and I'm going to stitch it, turn the tube, and then I'm going to put 2 rows of stitching on it. I know it's really hard to see. You can kind of see it right there. But that's what we're going to be doing. And these are incredibly long. They're going to sit in my lap, but it's not for me. Right? Katie Gross, she says I couldn't do 60 stores. I'd be in color overload. I know, me too. Totally in color overload. But yeah, so we're going to make them like that. And these are all going to be stitched with red versus being stitched with black. So all I'm doing right now, first and foremost, is I'm joining all these strips, and I'm using the smallest stitch length that I think I can get away with, because I do not want these to have any kind of stress on them that will cause them to break, because we don't want the lanyards to break. We want the lanyard. These are going home with the veterans, so the veteran does not have to give up their lanyard after the trip. Chaperones have to give up their lanyards, but veterans do not have to give up theirs. So we're sending them home with the veterans for each of these trips. And I'm super excited about all this. I'm really excited because that first trip is coming up May 9th and 10th. So I will probably take you guys along for it. We are looking at doing a Quilt of Valor award for that trip too. So it's going to be exciting. It's going to be very exciting, guys. I promise it is. So what did you guys do for Easter? Did you do anything super fun? I know I saw that Midwestern mom, Amber. She posted something about doing an Easter egg hunt in Minnesota. And the Easter eggs are all underneath the surface. They're buried in the snow. So the kids were out there looking for their Easter eggs, digging through the snow for them. And I've honestly never lived someplace where it could potentially snow for Easter. So that's so foreign to me. It's so foreign to me. Thankfully, I don't live in Minnesota. I don't need extra snow right now. I'm not trying to fix the car. Oh, thank you, Cynthia. She says that sounds wonderful. Yeah, we're really looking forward to it. It's a lot of stress because this is going to be the first ever trip. And there's always a snafu on the first trip. You always find out what you didn't know on that first trip. So we're all kind of a little nervous about it. Hey, Shelby, good to see you. Long time no see. And guys, don't forget, please don't forget, you have until 3 p.m. Mountain Time on Tuesday to get Sew and Tell put into the Facebook group, the MeWe group, or into an email to me. I've had a lot of people submitting Sew and Tell today. in the last couple of days. But don't forget, you have until Tuesday, 3 p.m. my time. I will definitely have to cut it off this week. I will not be able to run late because I will already be running short on time. So we're going to have to cut it off on time. So 3 p.m. it will be cut off. Citizen says, planning my next run of stores in the shop hop. The stores on the Olympic and Kitsap Peninsulas took 2 days. By the time we left Port Gamble, the store in Sequim was closed, so we did that the next day. Oh my gosh, Susan. That's crazy. All right, so now I'm joining strips that aren't exact matches. I've got polka dots and stars. Actually, you know what? We're gonna make it obvious that we're joining 2 different strips because I've run out of individual strips that are duplicated anymore. So when you order on Amazon, guys, make sure you check the description. I really wish I had better check the description better. Rena says it was windy and chilly here in Central Illinois, so we went to a breakfast buffet. Aw, I'm jealous. I had to fix my own food this morning. It was miserable. I didn't much other than stay home and bake brownies and cookies and cook dinner. You know, you guys, all this baking and such, you know, you can like send some of it my way. I'm just saying. We went to church today and that was it. That's okay. That's okay, Susan. Church is a good place to go. Church is a good place to go. I confirmed my travel arrangements for September retreat. That's awesome. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for that. And yes, so just send me the rest of what you need when you're ready. Because we can do that all the way up until August 1st, Carrie. So we'll get you squared away on that. Let's see. Right. We celebrated with my daughter and all of her husband's family yesterday. Today, I practiced free motion quilting and we did burgers on the grill. Oh my goodness. I really wish I could have quilted today. I did some piecing. You guys will see that on April 7th and April 8th. Because that's when it's going to go live. But I did some piecing today. We just stayed home and enjoyed the day. See, there you go. That works too. That's a good way to spend Easter, Chloe. Very good way. We really wasn't feeling like having a big Easter celebration day. I don't know a lot of people who were. I really don't. I know that low key really worked well for me today. But I really would have liked to have something a little bit more. Hey Zaza, so good to see you. So good to see you. The kids had an Easter egg hunt yesterday because it was raining today. See, you know, that works. That works. They don't need to hunt Easter eggs today. They can hunt it any day of the year. Oh, this is stressful sending hubby to store to buy fabric. Oh my gosh. I think Baron will do just fine. I think you're stressing for nothing, maybe. We're gonna cross our fingers, right? We're gonna cross our fingers. Baron knows you pretty darn well. And I bet he's kind of scared to upset you, so yeah. We're having a late Easter dinner, typing with one finger. Oh my gosh, Chris, that's hilarious. You're cracking me up. You're cracking me up. I love it. Losing my Uncle Bruce was very stressful. I bet it was, Fuzzy. I really bet it was. I am so sorry about that. You know, at least, you know, you have good memories, I hope. And, you know, you can lean on those. Good question, Don. She's asking how many I am making. Well, there's supposed to be 100 of these strips. So I should be able to make 50 lanyards out of the patriotic, which will easily cover the first and get us, you know, a little bit of leeway into the second trip. So we're about to find out how many I've got of these. So if I've got 50, we're good. If I don't, then they miscounted. This is my first Easter without my kids in 24 years. Living 16 hours from them is really breaking us into this empty nesting. Yes, and yes, Cynthia. Absolutely. All right, I do not have a bucket. I usually have a bucket somewhere. And I don't have a bucket this time. I should know better. I should know and prepare to have a bucket. So what I usually do, guys, when I have something like this, where it's tons and tons of stuff, and I'm just going to start cutting it apart, I just cut it apart and let it fall to the floor. But this time we do need to count, so right, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna do them in batches of 5. All right. Let's see. There we go. Back to begin next week. There you go. That's the way to do it. 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 10 out of 50. So let's see if we got 50. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, I have to count, guys. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 20. Got 20 so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. So I should have 20 left. That's what we're going to hope for. We're going to hope I have 20 left. And these are very, very, they're polyester cotton mix. So they're very sheddy. I'm going to show my social life box. So I'll go into alert mode. That's absolutely fine. Absolutely fine, Shelby. 1, 2. I can't wait to see it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 40. Hey, Joan, good to see you. Happy Easter, she says. I got the binding on the third wall hanging. And so the Cotton Cuts Illusions Clue 3 and watched YouTubers. Went to church, Restful Resurrection Day. That's awesome. That's very awesome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we do have 50. Okay. So I will be able to make 50 lanyards with Patriotics. So they're going all on the floor right now because I cannot handle that much lint all over my shirt. Cannot do it. Cannot do it. All right. So first things first, I'm going to press my seam open. And I am also going to do something I learned that I should have done with my first one. So you guys will be able to learn vicariously through me. So these strips are a polyester cotton mix. They are not straight cotton, which is a little disappointing as well because they were listed as cotton. I apparently did not read the description very well, and so that's all on me, but oh well. Such is life, right? I'm going to go ahead and press it in half lengthwise, the whole length of the strip. And so what I can do when I'm ready to start really cranking these out is I can take and just press them all in half. And then I don't have to come back and do anything extra. These strips are supposed to be 2.5 inches wide. We're going to see how accurate that actually is here in a minute. Because my batting strips are 2.25 inches wide, which is what I expected them to be. All right. So because it is a polycotton fabric, it does press very easily. So you guys can see the press in the middle of that. All right. So what I bought, and you guys might see them right here, is I bought the pre-cut batting rolls to make this job a lot easier. So I have a roll of batting. Hey, Sheila, good to see you. Good to see you. So I have a pre-cut batting roll, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to measure the length that I need for this one. I could leave them together and just put another strip in as I go, but I'm not going to do that for the first one so that I can show you guys how I'm doing this, and then we might crank it up here in a minute. And so this is also not straight cotton. I didn't need to worry about it being straight cotton, so it is a poly cotton as well. So it should press very nicely, or take a press very nicely. So I'm going to go through and press it just a little bit. I don't want to melt the batting. Oh, good, Carrie. She says she got caught up on reflections. I'm excited for you. This month is the month that we pull back out February's clue. So For those of you who've been following along on reflections, this month is going to complete February's clue. So stay tuned. It's going to be a blast. Absolute blast. I think you're going to enjoy it. I hope you're going to enjoy it. Let's put it that way. I hope you're going to enjoy it. We may have one more partial and then a finished clue coming up. I'm not going to tell you any more than that, just other than to say maybe. So my batting strip is now pressed in half. So as you guys can see, it's got a fold now in it. Is it perfect? No. Is it close enough? Yeah, it is. So I'm going to sew and this is right sides together. And I do have a special way to turn this right sides out. That's why I've tested it. If you do not have a way to turn this right sides out, I would not recommend necessarily doing it this way though. It would be a little bit harder to do it this way if you don't have a way to turn it right sides out, an effective way. It would be much faster if I decided the fabrics that I was going to use. Yeah, there you go. The fabrics that you're going to use is part of the battle. Absolutely part of the battle. All right. So when I sew this down, and I'm using red thread because that's what I bought to use on all the veteran lanyards. So this is probably closer to the 2.5 inch wide strip. But what I'm doing is I'm using the batting as my guide, and I'm sewing 1/8 of an inch away from the edge of the batting. I love it. Delia says it does work better that way, Carrie. Right? Right? It really does. Yeah, once you decide on those fabrics, it takes a lot of the effort out of it. And I do have the Sew and Tell quilt, giveaway quilt, almost completely bound. I've got 2 sides of it done. I'm going to be finishing it up tonight, later, and Monday. So the Sew and Tell giveaway quilt will be done before we're done. No, Joan, I am actually making lanyards for the Patriot Express honor trips. For Patriot Express's honor trips for veterans and chaperones, they're all going to have lanyards. So I'm making the lanyards. And it's not going to take me long once I get a system down about how I want to do this. So I'm testing it because these strips are obviously a little bit different size than the other strips. The other strips, the black strips, this was a lot closer together. Hey, Denise! Thank you very, very much. She says hello and happy Easter to you and quilting friends. Thank you. And guys, I did start a super chat goal for tonight. So you guys are welcome to get in your last time, not last, completely last. You have until 1 week from today. So you have until the 12th to get your super chats in. But if you want to get another super chat raffle ticket, now is your time. Okay, so what I've done, it didn't pick up very much on the back side. So on the back side, my stitching was kind of really close to the edge of that batting. On the front side, it picked it up exactly where I wanted it to be. Have you decided which date you're going to work on Route 66? Yes, I did. Let me look at the calendar because I did put it on the, I did put it up there, and I'm going to be working on it on the 18th of April. So not this Saturday, but next Saturday. This Saturday, I'm going to have to help with repairing the car some more. So next Saturday is a better option for me. All right, so we're gonna work with this strip. And I have a cool little tool, and this is a fast turn tube turner. And I have a little piece that goes inside it. And so we are going to stick this in and put all of this fabric up on this tube. We're going to see how well this works because this is the first of the ones I've folded like this. So we're going to see if this works really well. Okay, my sewing on this one is a little tight. Let me go down a size on my tube so that it fits, I have the whole set. It is key to have the whole set. All right. So my tube turner does indeed fit. And I've got a lot of tube left. So if you've never seen one of these, the ones that I have are the actual name brand fast turn tube turners, and they are metal. There are some plastic ones out there, but I heard some reviews that the plastic ones bend or they break after a while. They get brittle. And I have a lot of stuff that I plan to need a tube turner for in the near future. So I bought the metal ones. Yes, Carrie, she says those are great. I use those for bag straps, right? So what you do after you stick your little pull piece in there, it has a little pigtail to it. I'm trying to see if I can get the camera to focus on it. Oh, we almost had it for a second. There we go. So this little pigtail, you stick this sharp piece into your fabric and twist that pigtail around, and then you're able to then pull it into the tube. Now, the smaller the fabric tube that you're working with, the more likely you might want to have bias or decrease your stitch length. Hey, Gladys, welcome in. Dawn says she needs to get caught up on March's reflection. Yep. You got time, though. You got time. March isn't bad. April is going to be, going back to February. So as long as you got February's block done, you will be good to get April done. So March is kind of a standalone. You don't have to do any others to get March done. And we have a puppy dog chewing on his bone now. So in case you guys are wondering, that's what the noise is. That's what the noise will be. And it doesn't want to pull in, so I'm having to finagle, play with it, whatever you want to call it. I got to make sure that that pigtail is going directly into that tube. Okay, there we go. Got it. And I did stick it through the batting as well as through the, oh, good question, Denise. She's asking Susan how her inspection went. Because we knew you were all preparing for it. All right, there we go. So these tube turners have a plastic stopper near the bottom, and that allows you to hang on to it. So once you get it pulled in, then you just simply start pulling. And I just lost my piece. Oh my goodness. It happens. So we're going to pull this off and see what I end up with. It won't be the first time. I have February and March reflections to get to. Oh gosh, that's a little bit to do. Judy, that's a little bit to do. All right, we're going to pull it off gently because I think I got it far enough. Yep, I got it far enough I can hang on to it. Okay, so there we go. So there's always a way. I didn't do this small of one before the other one, so I don't know what's different. I don't really know. I don't know why I had, why this one was narrower. So maybe that's something to do with why it didn't want to turn. And there's also a seam in the middle, which will also affect it too. But here we go. We have a completely turned tube, but it's all twisted. So if you look, we've got a lot of twist down here, especially near the end, and the seam twists all over the place. So what I do is I always make sure that I can get the end kind of flat. And I'm going to line this seam up straight down the center. And I'm going to take it to the iron and I'm going to press it. We are going to press it. I think next time I won't press the batting. I think that might be what I do differently for the next one. We're going to see. I want to get it to where I'm happy with it and it's something that I can just repeatedly do. So I'm just fluffing out this end where it pulled more of the strip instead of the batting. I think that could be part of why it didn't like me too. So have you guys ever made lanyards before? Have you guys ever made lanyards before? What's the most recent craft you did that was not quilting? It could be sewing, because this is definitely sewing versus crafting, or sewing versus quilting. I mean, I am quilting it, but What's the last craft that you did? What's the last craft? Before this, I don't know that I can think of what the last thing I did was. It was not quilting. Chloe and Cynthia have not made lanyards. Delia made Easter bags for her grandchildren. That's awesome. I love it. I haven't made Easter baskets in a really long, or bags in a long time. I haven't needed to. All right. So that first press that I did on fabric, I don't think I'll do that again because I see it on this one. It might fade over a little bit of time, but I see it and I don't like it. So we're not gonna repeat that. Let me move these fabric strips out of the way so I can slide back up to my machine because they shifted. Chris, welcome in. No on the lanyards. Yeah, see, I had not either. I'm knitting socks at the moment as my March UFO. April, it's going to be Erin Fisherman sweater. Oh my gosh. I'm glad you guys know how to do that stuff. That's amazing. I find it absolutely amazing that you guys can do that. You made postcards for friends, Dorlin? Oh goodness, I love that. I have yet to make any postcards. I know how to make them. I have supplies to make them, but I haven't actually made them. So I guess I should make them. So I'm stitching about a 1/4 inch away from the edge, and this strip is definitely narrower than the others I've been working on. The last craft is the one I'm working on right now. It's a puzzle birthday card for an elementary age child. Oh my gosh, that sounds adorable, Cynthia. Chris did some embroidery. Oh, the fobs I did do the fobs a few weeks back. You are right. You are so very right. Thank you for remembering that. I actually had forgotten. I really had forgotten. Now I did some work on some jewelry this week too. I finished a small embroidery piece last week. Forgot to send it for show and tell. Have to send that tomorrow. Absolutely, Joan. I want to see that. I cannot wait to see that. That's exciting. So exciting. So guys, if you have not paid your registration for September, you have until May 1st to pay your registration. Okay. I will put it this way. We need some more registrations to come in. We need to hit our minimum. So those registrations need to start coming in. So if you are on the fence about your hotel, or I still haven't gotten anybody asking for a roommate specifically. So I'm going to start funneling through that. So if I've missed something, feel free to send me an email. Let me know I missed you on that, because I will absolutely put that as a top priority. But you know, we need to get those registrations in for September. May 1st is coming up really fast. Really, really fast. May is going to be a busy month. Very busy month. All right. So this will still work. It's a little bit narrower than I planned, but this will still work. So this is what the lanyard fabric looks like quilted. So this is the outside of it, and that is the inside. So that seam just kind of like it can wibble and wobble, wiggle, wobble, whatever, throughout the entire lanyard, and it won't matter. It won't matter. Oh yeah. Yes, Shelby, go ahead and drop me an email, because I will absolutely send you the email address or the mailing address. That is perfectly fine. I would love to send that to you. Let's see, which just makes this card. Oh, the puzzles, yes. Good. I'm so excited, Shelby. I'm looking forward to you being here. Looking forward to it. So looking forward to it. All right, so this is going to end up being shorter than the other, but that's okay. So I like it, Carrie. She's like, I have my flight, so I'm coming either way. Right? Right? All right, so what's going to happen when we're done with all of these? It is very, very sturdy. Dawn has not made a lanyard either. Yeah, I had not until I tried to start making these. I knew what they should look like. Somebody made a key ring one for me, and so we're pilfering off that idea. So Amazon sells these. One side is solid, as you can kind of see. The other side is got some prongs to it, and then it's got an attached little key ring. Okay, a little split ring key ring. So we can attach those little plastic name tag holders to this key ring. Won't take but just a minute for each one. I'm not going to close them right now, but if you're looking at doing something like this, a lot of the kits come with pliers. And there we go. Wow, Susan, thank you for the raffle ticket. Thank you for the super chat raffle ticket. You are amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So these are called glass running pliers. That's the style of pliers these are. These are actually fairly heavy too. I don't know if these rubber tips should come off, but I'm not going to take them off. Okay. I think they can, but I'm not going to take them off. So they are kind of like, jaw pliers, but they're rubber tips. And so what you do is you take these pliers and you use them to close the lanyard pieces, or you use it to close these lanyard clips around the fabric, right? Well, my friend warned me that sometimes on the side that's solid, the lanyard might come out because there's nothing gripping it other than just sheer willpower, right? So I have glue. We're going to use some E6000, and we're going to glue on the metal piece, and then we're going to close the fabric around it so that fabric is not coming out ever. So once these are fastened, they are fastened permanently, and we can actually fasten them in kind of at an angle. Like I can trim them to fasten in at an angle. Let's see, like that. But we will get them done. So we are going to do that. That's how we are going to finish these off. Let's see. YouTube is being really slow, guys. Let me pull up live chat. There we go. The tips come off so you can replace them. Yes. Oh, okay. The rubber tips. Yeah. I figured they might. I figured just do not glue fingers to the clip. I know, right? Well, I'm going to enlist help. I do not have the strength to do 90 of these things by myself. So I've got help coming that can sit there and do this for me and would be happy to. And then Mr. Siberian Wind gets to help as well. He gets to help as well. So we've got one lanyard down for tonight, and we're going to crank out a few more because that only took 40 minutes for the first one, but that was also me sewing all this other. So I don't know from start to finish how long it took for just one, but I can start sewing multiples at a time. So all I'm going to do now is I'm just going to press that center seam flat open. That way it doesn't take up any extra room. You know what? I think I'm going to make everybody wear gloves. If we're doing the E6000, I'm just going to make everybody wear gloves. Because knowing some of these people, they might glue their fingers, and I'm not in the mood to fix glued fingers. My best friend and I are road tripping to the retreat. Hotel booked one day before and one day after the retreat. We're excited. Yay! I cannot wait. Make sure you get your registrations in. If you haven't already, make sure to get your registrations in. Because I need a head count. So that we don't have to do any like cancellation stuff, because I don't want to cancel anything. So I need the information. Okay, so maybe the batting shrank a little bit when I pressed it earlier, so we're not going to do that again. We're not going to do that part again. We're just going to hold it together and hold our tongues just the right way, and we're just going to sew. So I'm going to just put this one under the machine, and we're going to start sewing just in succession. I'm not going to worry about stopping. I'm not going to cut the batting. Driving from Wisconsin. Yay! So we've got Maine. We got Louisiana. We've got Rhode Island. We've got Wisconsin. We've got Washington State. Who else do we have? Who else do we have for sure? I don't remember. I'll have to look. Oh my gosh, you guys. Y'all are making me excited. Okay. And I do not have a hair scrunchie anywhere in my vicinity, apparently. I finally collected them all and relocated them, and I do not have a hair scrunchie. Tammy, you going to do any lives of the retreat itself? I might. I just have to live through the eyes of those going to the retreat. I wish that it was possible for me to go. I know. Virginia, you're coming. Yay! So that means that you need to get your registration in too. Just saying, because we got to have those numbers, guys. So we got Virginia and Maine, Washington, Wisconsin. We got Louisiana, I know. I just talked to someone today coming from Alabama. Let me see. Where is my file real quick? And that's the mystery. Let's go to, there we go. Retreat. So out of everybody, I have got, oh, Dawn, you are paid. I'm sorry. Pardon me. We've got a total of 9 people that have paid. So out of needing 30 people, we got 9 that have paid so far. So that's why I'm saying y'all need to get your everything in. Oh no, Cynthia says if she was coming, but she doesn't think she gets to this time. I hope you do. That would be nice if you get to come. 26-foot RV. Yeah, I understand that too, Rita. You know, you and Baron could drive the RV and bring you. Just saying, I'm trying. You know I gotta try, right? You know I gotta try. I was going to drive, but I get to come alone. Hubby changes trip plans. I know, right? We don't get to meet the illustrious Don. We don't get to meet him and harass him about coming to a quilt retreat with his wife, you know? I gotta give him a hard time. I gotta give him a hard time virtually. We are going to try, keyword being try, to have a retreat at the end, a Zoom retreat at the end of April. So I have not been able to finalize that yet, guys. So just bear with me. I've got a lot still going on, but I will probably need some downtime with you guys and just being able to relax and such. And I need it before I go to Du Bois, I think. Isn't the driving? I know. I hear you, Rita. I hear you. I wish I lived closer, but they don't have cold weather close enough. They don't have cold enough weather, and oh gosh, it's just not the good enough climate close enough to you. You like the lizard climate. I like the polar bear climate. It's just that difference. It's just that difference. So we're just gonna sew these and see how many of them I get sewn, and I can flip them later. Unless you guys want to see me flip another one, which I'll do. I absolutely will do another one if you guys want me to. But we're going to see if I can get more than one done. Then I would freeze it. I know. You would freeze up here if it was not September. September is still close enough to wildfire season. So there's still enough heat in the air here. There's still a lot of heat in the air. A lot of heat in the air. I do not have enough Arctic clothes. Oh my gosh. Well, it's September, you wouldn't need it except for nighttime. Nighttime is when you would need Arctic clothes. And September's not that bad. September is not that bad, I promise. All right. So we're going to get the next one in there. Lizard weather. I know, right, Mona? Welcome in, girl. Welcome. Glad you are here. So we've got one super chat in for tonight out of 10. Anybody else? Yes, I know, Dawn. I saw that after I said that. I went and looked. I'm like, I felt like Dawn was already on my list. Why am I not? Yeah, I wasn't thinking. I was not thinking. All right. So we're going to just take this next strip and we're going to tuck it in. And I will cut these apart before I try to turn them because I'm not going to try to turn this long of a strip. Um, one, one width of fabric, length 40 something inches is plenty long enough. Plenty long enough. Oh, you guys, you're awesome. You are so awesome. Thank you for saying hi to everybody. Guys, make sure you also hit that like, thumbs up button for me. I greatly appreciate it. You know you want to. You know YouTube likes it when you do. And YouTube rewards me for your continued support. YouTube rewards me. YouTube sends me more people because of you guys. We are at the beginning of monsoon season, so the weather extremely unsure. One day 110 degree night does not cool off. Then next day only 80. Then the humidity is running 40 to 50% with high winds. Yeah, no. No. Denise, she says, you have polar bear sheep? No. No, it's just polar bear weather. We have high winds. We have cold weather and high winds. It's a very dry climate. We did have snow. Gosh, when did we have snow? Was that Friday? I think we had snow Friday, and it's already gone. I mean, there's snow on like the sides of mountains and such, but there might be snow up on the mountain still. But I think it even got warm enough today that it was melting off the mountain too. So we do not keep snow here. We get it, but we don't keep it. Not for any long period of time anyway. Snow does not like to hang around here. It either melts or evaporates, one or the other. Oh my gosh, your cold weather to me is Arctic weather. Cold weather for me is anything below 75 to 80. Check September's weather and see. I mean, evenings will be Arctic for you, but daytime shouldn't be. Shouldn't be. Hey, Linda, welcome in. Linda's Trendy Threads is here, guys. Welcome in. Welcome in. I'm working on some lanyards. I only have, let's see, I've done 2 out of 90, so I only have 88 more to go. Only 88 more. I have enough to make 40 for the chaperones, and I had enough to make 50 for the veterans. So I thought I was getting enough to make 100 for the veterans, but I misread the description. I didn't look closely and drill down the description, and so it's my fault. So I was about to file a complaint too. I totally was. Totally was. These half-size strips just kill me. I've never in my life. We can never be roomies, Rita, right? Mona, I think you and I are roomies. I like the cold weather. You need to come to Wyoming in September, by the way. Just saying. If you haven't already put it in, put it in. And for those of you who joined after I said this earlier, there is a couple links in the description box. One is to a news story about Patriot Express honor trips, and that is the nonprofit that my husband started. And so it's a very amazing article, well written, and even though they got some details wrong, they got the majority of everything right. And so it's a really good read. And then there's a link as well to the Patriot Express Honor Trips website. And these lanyards are going to the veterans on those honor trips. So the veterans get to keep their lanyards, chaperones won't, but the chaperone lanyards are solid black. That way we know who's a veteran and who is a chaperone. And the board decided this. I was blessed to see Mount Olympus with snow, Mount Baker, and Mount Rainier on my way home this afternoon. That's amazing, Susan. That's amazing. I have not gone that way in so long. So long. Yeah, I could not handle the heat, Rita. You are so right. That heat would absolutely toast me, and I would be done. I would be roasted and toasted and done. It didn't snow in enough in Northern California. The usual hot weather we had in March melted the snow we did get too soon. Drought is expected here in Southern Cal. I'm with you on that. We are expecting a very if we do not get a significant amounts of rain, we are expecting a dangerous fire weather season, and I'm not looking forward to that. One of my dogs came in here. I think she was in my rock. Oh no! She put a bunch of rock on my lap. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. And Mona says she's sweating already thinking about Rita's weather. I know. So it got to 73 in the apartment, and I was already sweating and had to go turn the air on. Um, Now, mind you, the heating blanket will still turn on in like another 30 minutes. So it'll already be ready for me to go to bed with. But I had to go turn the air on because I was overheating and already suffering from heat exhaustion. So I know what it feels like for me, so I have to. Pat says, plus you're going to have all the specials and games and some giveaways for September card. Yes, Pat, yes, I know. But see, I can't divulge any of the specials and all of that until the May entry, until we hit that 30 minimum. So we have to hit the 30 minimum, and then I can divulge all of the details of what the special stuff is. There's a lot of giveaways at the retreat, guys. Lots of cool giveaways. And I hinted at them, and Pat apparently picked up on that. So yeah, there's gonna be giveaways, guys, but I can't tell you what they are until May 1st, and we've got to hit that goal May 1st. Otherwise, I have to wait until we hit goal for me to tell you about all of the cool extras, all of the extras. And of course, my puppy is now looking for things to get into. I just saw him trotting off to the living room. Well, that is the biggest for me. When I moved to Arizona back in the late 80s or last of the 90s, I got sunstroke. Then a couple of times I got heat stroke. So now I do not sweat. Instead, I just get extremely hot. I know, right? Sir, what are you doing? No, there's nothing for you to do right now. Somebody's going to get in trouble soon. Yeah, you're going to get in trouble. My March electric bill was $255 using the AC. Wake up call. Oh gosh, right? Well, I should be putting the windows open at night, but I haven't been. But I need to be. Let's see. Where am I at? So I have to keep one of those cooling rags around my neck at all times. So there is a thing called Florida water. It is a cologne. I cannot handle the smell of it for very long, so I can't use it. But Mr. Siberian Wind, when he was doing all of the baseball stuff that he was doing, especially in the Southeast, umpires were falling out left and right. They would get some heat stroke from just standing out in the heat and out in the field because you don't have any shade out in a baseball field. Can't have the shade because then the tree's in the way. So you're standing out in a baseball field, getting beat down with that sun all day. And if you're not drinking enough water, you can easily go through heat exhaustion and then go face heat stroke. And even if you're drinking enough water, or something with electrolytes in it, you can still get heat stroke or sunstroke or whatever, just being out in that heat. Well, Florida water, you mix it with a gallon of water, just plain tap water. It doesn't have to be cooled or anything, but you mix it with that, and you want to label the container because you don't ever want to reuse that container for drinking water. But you put a gallon of water in with the Florida water, and then you dip a rag into it. You use that rag with the Florida water mixture, and you wipe down your skin, and it's instantly cooling you off. So we have central air, but it broke over a year ago, and the owner of this house refuses to fix it. But that is okay. Karma does not play nice, right? Water is bad. It does not help. Yeah. Well, water will keep you cool until you unless you're not sweating it out. If you're not sweating, it doesn't help. You must drink something with electrolytes, as H2O does not prevent heat stroke or heat exhaustion. It doesn't. But a lot of the umpires will get out there and they'll get like a soda or something like that because they want the caffeine, which caffeine is also dehydrating for stuff like that, especially when you're standing out in the sun for 8 hours for a day. You do 4 games, 2 hours a game. You're looking at 8 hours out in that sun and that heat. Yeah, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But I couldn't do it. I always had to be in the shade. Hey, Susie, good to see you. Yay. Glad you are here. Good, so good to see you. So I've got this to do, and then I've got the Show and Tell giveaway quilt to finish. I've got some more 365 blocks to finish. I did 2 out of 1, 2. I had 10 to do, and I did 2. So I got more Show and Tell or 365 blocks to do in the next couple of days too. I need to get those done and get them uploaded, so you guys will have that content. They make electrolyte water. You can make your own making infused water. Yeah, you can. A lot of these are guys though. They don't think that way. What guy do you know thinks that way like they should? Hey, Jacqueline, welcome in. Hello to you. Hello. I am trying to pick a very distinctively different color each time I pick one of these up so that I don't have too many the same color right next to each other. I don't want to accidentally not trim them apart because they're the same color. I was doing those 365 blocks, but those blocks are so tiny, I just could not do them anymore. I hear you on that. Gatorade, Pedialyte, too much water flushes out electrolytes. That's true. They'll drink Gatorade. They'll do Gatorade. They'll do Pedialyte. They also do pickle juice. And I don't remember what else I remember them doing, but I know pickle juice was one of the ones that Mr. Siberian Wind would add to his, what he would drink. I don't remember everything he used to drink when he was on the field, but I do remember him drinking pickle juice because I was like, I can't stand that. There are things I will do. That is not one of them. I cannot do the pickle juice thing. I like pickles in certain quantities, but I can't even do I can't even go get a pickle, like one of those giant pickles anymore. It's just too much. Yeah. My mouth is hurting thinking about it. Best electrolyte water I found does not have that yucky taste. Is called Core. I don't know if I've had Core or not. I don't know. I think I'd have to look and see what the Core bottle looks like to see whether or not I've had that before. Propel. I don't like Propel. I'll drink it when it's ice cold, but Propel just has an aftertaste to me. And it's so hard for me to drink that. So that's what Powerade is for me. And yes, I do the zero sugar most of the time, but when I'm out and in the heat, I will get full sugar, whatever. Because I know that your body needs that replaced as well. I know. But at home, where I'm comfortable and have temperature controls, I don't need the extra sugar in my system. Extra sugar and calories. Let's see. Okay. Ooh. Awesome. My phone finally figured out I'm at home and not in Port Angels. Oh my gosh, Susan. That's crazy. I'm glad it figured out your home, right? Oh, I love a big dill pickle. My mouth is watering just thinking about it. Oh my goodness. I used to love them. I did as a kid. I would absolutely eat those up. Like it was so much fun, but I can't do the sour now. It just just thinking about it hurts. That sour hurts for some reason. Yes, it does. The watermelon one is not bad. Okay, yeah. You can put it in ice cube trays and freeze it with a toothpick. That's too much work. That is way too much work for me, Rita. Putting something in an ice cube tray and freeze? No, I'm good. That's too much work. I will just get something that I like the flavor of better and doesn't have an aftertaste. I mean, like I said, if you get Propel when it's ice cold, I don't have a problem with it. I just can't do the aftertaste. All right, we're at 9 o'clock. Oh, we've done pretty decent on this. I don't know how many strips I've sewn, but we've gotten pretty decent. I've even frozen the juice and sucked on the pickle ice cube. Going to have to get some next time I go shopping. Yes, you will. Yes, you will. You can have all of mine too. I will let you. I will not steal them from you. Aren't I sweet and considerate, Joan? Oh. No, I can't do that. I just can't do the pickles anymore. I mean, occasionally, like, I get that hankering for the flavor of it. I just can't do a whole pickle. Like the giant pickles that they sell at the ballparks and such. That's just way too much for me. I think once it warms up, maybe I could just maybe think about getting a pickle, but no. I'd rather get a pretzel. They don't sell them at my baseball park though. That's what they need to add. They need to add pretzels. That would be an amazing thing to have added. Let's add pretzels to the menu. I had to talk to them. Pretzels would be really good. I usually get nachos though. Yeah. Everybody's saying hello. Love it. So yeah, it's been a week, guys. It's been a week. Thursday, we were working on the car. Wednesday, I had to go take care of some stuff. Unexpectedly had to go take care of some stuff. But Tuesday, my car kind of broke on me some more. So it was imperative that I fix the car on Thursday. And we didn't have the part we needed, so we couldn't do anything else until the part comes in. The part comes in Tuesday this week. So fingers crossed that the part comes in on time and we can get it fixed on Saturday. Since that's the next opportunity we will have. All right. That sounds good, Rita. A little cheaper. Oh, gosh, yeah. Oh. It's been a long day, guys. It's been a long day. It is a good day. It is a very good day, but it's been a long day. What's our next holiday coming up? Oh, good night, Dawn. Thank you so much for being here. Go pet some fabric before you go to bed. You know you want to. It was good to see you tonight. Very good to see you. Thank you for being here so much. I apologize if I'm not so entertaining tonight, too. It really has been a long day. I've gotten 2 blocks sewn. I'm still recovering from having to travel again yesterday. So, I'm just a bit tired. Just a bit tired. Memorial Day. Okay, that works. And that is... I'm looking. That is May 25th. Okay, we can do that. I might have to do something special for Memorial Day. We'll see. We shall see. Does anybody have Memorial Day plans? What if you do Memorial Day plans, what do you do for Memorial Day? I know that Memorial Day is supposed to be somber and remembering, but what do you guys do for Memorial Day? I know everybody does something different. I know a lot of people that I was around for a bit, always did cookouts for Memorial Day to spend time with family and friends. But what do you do for Memorial Day? I know our pool here, Indy 500. Oh, yeah. Can I like stow away in your RV with you? Can I just stow away? Oh, that sounds like a fun Memorial Day tradition. Going to Indy 500. Ah, I would love to go watch some racing for Memorial Day. I don't think our track opens until July. No, wait. Maybe it opens earlier than that because it's open for we have Mother's Day before that. Mother's Day is before Memorial Day. I'm a quilt mom. Does that count? Hey, Andrea, good to see you. She's been watching on her TV while she finished filming what she was working on. She's finished, so now she can chat. I love it. Welcome in, Andrea. Glad you are here. So good to see you. So very good to see you. I will not be doing much of anything for Mother's Day, I don't think. But I'm a dog mom and I'm a quilt mom. So even if you have no kids, you can be a quilt mom. We'll sign you up. It's a protected program. We'd love to have you. We'd love to have you. I don't have any kids that I celebrate with, so I get my dog. I am a dog mom, and I am a quilt mom as well. I love my quilts. Let's see. We go to a family cemetery where veterans give a ceremony with a 21-gun salute along with a speech. It's really nice. That's awesome. Now, is that in Virginia or is that in Oklahoma? Casper Speedway officially opens on May 8th. Ooh. So maybe there will be something for Memorial Day. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what opens. Thank you for that, Pat. I appreciate it. Thank you for looking that up. Very kind of you. Scuba diving trip, 30 miles north of Paducah. And of course, we have to go there too. Right, Bob? Oh my gosh. That's amazing. And welcome into the chat for tonight. Thank you. Glad to see you. My puppy dog was starting to look at my fabric strips. So I had to get him out of the way. Had to get him out of the way. All right, I think this will be the last one I work on tonight. Because I can work on these again later this week, too. In Oklahoma, we won't get to go this year. I know, right? That's going to stink. You're going to have to find a new tradition to do, Cynthia. I look forward to seeing what you guys pick up as a new tradition. There might be something around you. I'm sure, being in Virginia at least, that there would be something. I would think there would be. I'll put it that way. I would think there would be. We're going to see how many of these I did. Does anybody know how many of these I did? Has anybody been counting? Because I haven't been counting. Susie says we usually spend the weekend at the cabin with our kids. Oh, that's sweet. That sounds like a fun time. I would love to go to a cabin and just be able to relax. That would be amazing. I'm sure there will be many options out here in Virginia to observe. Probably, Cynthia. Very probably. Andrea says if you're not busy tomorrow around 4:30 Eastern, please come over to Katie's premiere. She interviewed me last week. I would love to chat with y'all during the interview. Oh, that'd be awesome. So 4:30 Eastern time, guys. 4:30 Eastern time. Check out Katie Greenland Quilter, and you'll get to see Andrea's interview. Welcome in, Jen. Glad you're here. She says, hi, everyone. Happy Easter. Good to see you. Glad you made it. All right, we're going to see how many of these I made, okay? And I'm going to roll this up. I think I'm done making more of them for tonight. So in just a minute, I'll pick all these fabric strips up off the floor, too. That way puppy dog does not get into them throughout the course of the night. Jen says she's going to watch tomorrow, Andrea. That's awesome. 4:30 Eastern would put it 2:30 my time. We'll see what I can do. I don't know what I'm going to be doing yet, but we'll see what I can do. All right, so, oh, I can't just cut it apart with this thing, guys. I got to cut it apart with scissors. Putting on my calendar now, Andrea says, Cynthia, you're amazing. All right, so there's one. And I'm going to turn the machine off because we don't need Ricky going if I'm not going to be sewing on her. I may sew on her again later, but we're not going to sew on her for right now. I'm starting to hit that tired point, and I'm learning to try to listen to my body. Am I doing it very well? No, I am not, but we're trying. All right, so there's 2. This one makes 3. And here's 4. Oh, I think I got more done than I thought I did. Here's 5. Here's 6 and 7. Okay, so I got 7 of them done in about 30 minutes. I didn't count because I'm trying to order a new presser foot screw. Just broke. Oh no, Carrie. That's rough. That's crazy. So crazy. You're not supposed to be breaking things. Pal, what are you doing, bud? What you need, buddy? Somebody's trying to get into stuff, I think. All right. I'm going back to the bigger tube because this one I can fit the bigger tube in. So we're going to try that and see if I have better luck than last time. Because especially once you go to pull this through, it makes it a little bit easier. I'm going to take this extra camera off as well. There we go. That way you guys can see me. Oh, yes. I'm sorry. Yes. I'm making lanyards. So in the description box, there's 2 links. One is for a news article about a Casper veteran, and that is my husband. And the other one is the link to Patriot Express honor trips. There's also one for Gnome Sweet Gnome, but I'm not taking that one out. That one's just going to stay because I'm still going to be doing that later this month. But the news article is telling a lot more about Patriot Express and how he started everything with Patriot Express honor trips to be able to honor veterans. And as part of that trip, we are going to have the veterans wear lanyards to identify them as one of our trip participants. And with that being said, we're doing patriotic ones for the veterans and then chaperones. So that could be a volunteer, a nurse, it could be whatever, because we are going to have nurses on the trip as well. But all the veterans are going to get patriotic lanyards, and then chaperones and volunteers are going to get black ones. And I made a black one before the live just to see how it was going to work. And so now we are making the veteran ones. Oh, this tube is so much easier to work with. All right, so once you get it pulled out, then you can take your little pigtail piece out. Just gotta find it. Gotta find it and figure out the direction to twist it. But you can take your little pigtail piece out. I'm gonna have to take it out when I get this completely pulled. But then that's all you gotta do. I love these tube turners, guys. So if you're looking for them, they are called Fast Turn. Denise is asking if Cynthia is close to Arlington. Ooh, that would be a good place to go for Memorial Day. Arlington should definitely have something, I would think. And good call, Denise. Good question. I do not know if she's close enough to Arlington to make that trip for the day. Virginia is a fairly decently large state, so I don't know how close that would be or not. I will eventually figure out the direction on this pigtail, guys. You ever do that where you do something right, and then you can't remember for the life of you how you did it? Yeah, that is totally me right now. Good question. Jen is asking if I live close to the base out there in Wyoming. So the base is in Cheyenne. Cheyenne is about 2.5 hours from Casper, depending on how you drive. You could drive really fast and the base will be a lot closer. But it just depends. All right, so now we have a blue polka dot one. Oh, you guys, I already turned that camera off. Blue polka dot. So I will press it and sew it down later. We're just going to keep turning. For me, those fast turns was a slow turn. I always had trouble pulling at the end. Always got stuck, so I found a different way of doing them. I don't blame you. If it's getting stuck, it is really hard to turn. I get you on that. Totally get you on that. I have not yet had one that I could not successfully turn. Sometimes, like right now, it gets stuck at the one end and I can't get the tube in. And if I can't get the tube in, I'll just go down to the next size down. I will make it work. That next size down doesn't like to turn as well as this one does for this much fabric and batting. But as long as I can get it started, it's okay. Oh, Cynthia is not close to Arlington. She plans to take her guys there when they are visiting eventually. Yeah, definitely do. Definitely do. So I do have a veteran cemetery. The state veteran cemetery is here in the Casper area. So I'm sure that there might be something there to do as well. I just don't know. My husband would know more because he'll have the inside track on who's doing what, and where and when and all of that. He'll know all of that kind of stuff. So he's in all those circles. All right. I've gotten all the others completely on the tubes. This one's being a little bit difficult. But what else is new? Right? If I didn't struggle with something, would I really be me? I don't think I would be. All right, let's see if I can get this last little bit onto the tube turner. The fabric may be too tight there. That might be what's going on. All right, we're going to change to the smaller tube. It will go on easier. It just might not be as easy to turn. So we're just going to see. Read it. And Rita was saying that these were a slow turn for her. My only problem with them is, sometimes I have to go down to the next size down. And sometimes the next size down is not super easy to work with. I just use a knitting needle to turn things like that. I never knew they had a tool like that, but my knitting needle works fine. I hear you on that. I have not had any luck turning with those. And I have a project coming up that is in my plans. It's been in my plans for a good couple years now at this point. I think since 23 maybe. And in order for me to do it, I'm going to need to turn a lot of tubing. Just a metric ton of tubing. And the easiest way to do it was using turning tubes. It was going to be really, really hard to get them to turn without using turning tubes. So for that project, I kind of needed the turning tubes. So I got them for that, but whenever I can use them, I go ahead and use them. It's just so much easier. All right, let's see if I've got it pulled enough. No, I do not. This tube does not like this much fabric. So that is part of the issue. So that's one thing I need to focus on is the size of my tubes. So I need to focus on making sure that they are big enough that I can use the bigger tube on them to make it easier for me to turn. Because this one is just not going to pull through. It is not going to pull through, guys. I'm going to readjust. We're going to readjust. It happens. It happens, right? We adapt. Or I adapt, I'll put it that way. Who else is part of the party? Who else adapts? Who else adapts? All right. Okay. There we go. Came back through. And we're going to stick it through a little bit closer to the end so that I can actually get it to go through this time. This is going to be the most time-consuming part of the process, but I think what I will do is I will sit this week, and Chloe says, absolutely, I adapted too, right? It's fun when you get your adaptations put in place, isn't it? So much fun. There's so many adaptations we can end up making in our lives. And in quilting, that is no exception. There's no exception for quilting. You gotta adapt for quilting and crafting. You gotta find a way. There we go. I got it pulled in. And Pat says, I most definitely adapt, right? You kind of have to sometimes. Kind of have to. But I think what I will do is I will sit and make all of the tubes, and then I can sit in front of the TV and do this part. So I can sit and enjoy some Netflix and make it work that way. It's easier to adapt when I'm watching all of you ladies on the lives for sure, right? I don't know how many of you guys remember a few weeks ago when my keyboard and my mouse died during the middle of my live. I don't think I've ever had that happen before. I definitely don't want to have it happen again. But goodness gracious, that was not a fun experience. I made it work, but not on my list of things to do ever again. So I think I figured out with the smaller tube, I pull it part of the way in, then I pull the rest of the fabric back over itself, so then I can undo the pigtail. Hey Pam, good to see you. Hope everyone had a nice Easter, right? Right, definitely need to have a good Easter. I hope you did as well. Chloe says that she remembers. Yeah, a couple weeks ago, that was not a fun night. I think that is the first time ever that I've had to shut the computer down to fix something like that. So this one's a little bit thinner than the last one, but that's okay. That's just the tube that I had to use, but we'll make it work. All right, let's see if I can go back to the bigger tube. We're gonna keep trying the bigger tube because it works better. When I can get it to work, it works better. No, it will not work on this one either. Gosh darn it. All right, we will suck it up and just deal. So that may be what I do, is I may just stick the pigtail in, use it for a little bit to be able to get the tube started, and then I'll pull the rest of the fabric off. That's just what we're gonna do. But I can sit in front of the TV and do this too. Watch some random TV Netflix series. Take a smaller seam when sewing. Yeah, I know. We put the two sides so the stitching won't come out. Yeah, so here's the thing, is I'm trying to make it so that it's that 2 1/4 that the batting is. I'm trying to make sure I catch the batting. I don't want to not catch the batting. And I think that's where the issue is that the batting, it's harder for me to catch the batting doing doing a regular seam. So I'm having to do a larger seam and make a smaller tube. It's not really what I want to do, but this is working. This is working. I just put that pigtail in there and I'm leaving it where it was. I just pulled it enough to start it turning, and I can use that to help me pull it. So that's what we'll do. That's a good way for me to do it. I'll see if I can finagle any other way to get a bigger tube out of these. I think what's going to happen is after these 2¼ inch batting strips are gone, I will get 2½. I'll just go ahead and up to the 2½, so I have a bigger piece to work on. So this is going to get me through 200 strips or 200 lanyards. But once it's done, I'll go ahead and swap to the smaller, the bigger batting. I get to use the bigger one, I think. Let's see. But that is a good tip, Joan. Yeah. I just don't have a lot of room with the seam allowance to still catch the batting. So that's where the problem is. I didn't know exactly how I was going to do the turning and such on it. I wasn't sure. No, I can't do it. I can't do that one. I thought I could, but I can't. Oh well. Oh well. So you guys get to watch me struggle through it. Welcome to my life, guys. Welcome to my life. This is also a learning experience. So if you want to do these kind of the way that I'm doing, make sure that you get the wider batting. It will help you in the long run. Don't be like me. Don't make my mistake. Learn from my mistakes for me. I'll even let you learn from my mistakes. All right. Screw the pigtail in and pull just long enough to get that tube started. Here we go. Yeah, that'll work. That is definitely working. So, what was I going to ask? I don't remember what I was going to ask. I was going to ask you guys something. How many of you guys watch videos to learn what not to do? I totally should have. Totally should have. But I didn't see anybody making lanyards this way. I think everybody was making like key rings and key fobs and such, and those are a lot easier to make when there's when it's like this. So we'll just do the smaller one. Get a group of Girl Scouts or Boy Scouts to help you turn them. They can earn a badge. Oh, I love the way you think, Jen. I might actually do that. I might actually do that. I don't think I've got time to do it this time, but I'm gonna have to do more batches of them. This is just batch 1. This is just batch 1. I got 90 to do in batch 1, but that would be perfect. We shall see. We shall see. Use iron on interfacing instead. That would be nice if I'd thought of that, but I didn't. And I thought of the batting strips because I knew they would come pre-cut. Have you seen the method where you sew a piece of thread into the seam allowance of one short end, pulling the thread, pushing knit or crochet needle to turn? I have seen that method. I haven't had any luck with it because I have tried that. Not on these, but I have tried that before, and I just did not have any luck with it. And I don't know if I just couldn't get it right. But with doing 90 of them, that's a lot of extra yarn or thread, because I would put yarn in there. I've got yarn, because that would give me something bulkier to hold on to. But I haven't tried that yet. That's not a bad idea though. So by the time I'm done with all of these this year, I'll be starting on next year's. We're going to be expanding the trips, so we'll need a lot more of these next year too. We're going to keep reusing as many of the chaperone ones as we can, and then, as long as they return them to us like they're supposed to at the end of the trip, we'll keep using the chaperone ones, reusing the chaperone ones as long as possible. But the veteran ones, those are one use. they're going home with the veteran. We want them to have another souvenir that they might enjoy using. So, I might have to do that yarn one and try it. See how well that works for me. This actually gives me something to hold as I push it on, though, as I'm turning it. But that'd be something I could do, maybe. We'll see. Debate, debate, debate. I'm thinking about it, I promise. Now you guys see how my brain works when I run into a problem or challenge or something. It takes me a little while to think through it. So, forget about the batting inside. They kind of need it. We want them to be comfortable and feel kind of plush. So we kind of need the batting inside. Yeah. I thought about that too, though. Make half of them with it and half of them without and see. Or at least make one without and see. But we want them to all kind of feel like premier or luxury or whatever you want to call it. So, I don't know. I don't know if we can forgo the batting. I think we gotta have it. I'm thinking though. I'm thinking. You guys are giving me good ideas. You guys are giving me very good ideas. So, let's see. While I'm thinking about it, this week we have Show and Tell coming up on Tuesday. Then we have Yuletide Sampler 2 coming up on Friday with Kathy and Alicia. Then we have After Sunset Sunday again on Sunday. Then next week we will have Yuletide Sampler 2, not Yuletide Sampler 2, sorry. We'll have Route 66. How many of you are doing Route 66 with me? I know a few of you ordered Route 66. So how many of you are doing Route 66 with me? At least you don't give up. No, I do not give up. That is very true, Nana. I do not give up. These are kind of required. I kind of promised it. So there's no option for me to give up. But I'm not the type to give up on stuff. Even when it gets difficult or is a little bit of a pain in the rear, I don't give up on it. Because it can be done. It can be done. You just got to persevere and be patient. Route 66, great question, Jen. I am working on a quilt called Route 66. It's, if you look on April 18th, I've already got the live scheduled for it. There's a link in the description box that will take you out to a place where you can get the panel that goes in the center as well as the pattern that goes with it. The panel has a United States map, and it's got Route 66 kind of marked on it. And then it's a 12-month quilt, 12-month program. And we just started it, so it's going to go into 2027. But I'm doing a block a month, and we've only done one block so far, so you're definitely not far behind if you decided you wanted to join and work on it. All right, this one is not wanting to turn. I didn't get it pulled through enough, so let me go back and let's pull it through a little bit more. Route 66 fabric to make bags to sell in Oklahoma in a store on Route 66. Also plan to make a quilt for my father-in-law who has driven the entire highway. I would love to go drive the entire Route 66 highway. I think that would be amazing for a road trip. Can't do it this year, definitely, but I do want to do it sometime, eventually. That is on my bucket list. It is fun, Jen. It is absolutely fun. Yes. This year's 100th anniversary of Route 60. Oh, that makes sense. Well, I bought it last year, I thought. I bought it in 2025. But that's okay. I'm starting it in 2026. Get your kicks on Route 66, right? I really do want, I'm really serious. I do want to take that trip. That would be fun. That would be a lot of fun. Oh. This one is giving me grief, guys. This one is determined not to turn. I think it's stuck at the halfway point. So once I get this pigtail out of here, then I can start messing with it and playing with it and seeing what I can do. Once I can figure out how to get the pigtail out of here. There we go. I just couldn't figure out the direction to turn it. All right. Oh, Jen has been on parts of Route 66. I have too. I just haven't gotten to drive it myself. I really kind of want to drive it myself. Yep, I'm at that halfway point. That's why it's stuck. The seam does not like me for some reason. I apologize for the background noise too. All right, let's see. Okay. It's stuck, guys. It is so stuck. If I have to put it back on the tube turner, if I have to like fluff it back out and put it back on the tube turner, that's what I will do. We will figure it out one way or the other. There's a song with that in it. And no, I'm not going to sing. I am not the singing type. It's like one way or another, I'm going to get you. Something like that. That's the song I'm thinking of. All right. Let's stuff this in there and see if that helps. Yeah, I'm definitely getting tired, guys. After I get this turned, we'll go ahead and call it a night here shortly. So please, 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 if you are considering coming to the retreat, make sure you are trying to get your retreat registration, the 140 in, before May 1st. If you saw the movie Cars, I know, Cynthia. She's like, if you saw the movie Cars, the road they take is modeled after the old Route 66. I know. My son watched those movies on repeat when he was little. So I watched those movies backwards and forwards for I don't know how many years in a row. He loved those movies. I actually, Debbie, Harry, and Blondie. Yeah. See, I knew somebody would know exactly what I was talking about, Shelby. It was not me, but I knew somebody would know. All right. I may not be able to get this turned tonight. We're going to see. I think my strength is killing me. Can you poke the tube turner in the opposite end? Good question. Let me get that piece out. Oh, I actually bent it. I did not know I bent it. Okay. So apparently you can bend that piece. Not yet. Let me see if I can stick it in this end. Before you go, would you mind giving a bit of information on there too? Yes, absolutely, Jen. I would love to. Perfect. I'm glad you're giving me a topic to talk about. Okay. So the retreat in September is here in Casper, Wyoming. The retreat hotel is Best Western downtown. If you give them a call, just mention that you are coming to the Siberian Wind quilting retreat. They may or may not see quilting retreat on there, but they will see the Siberian Wind. So make sure that you tell them that you are coming to the Siberian Wind quilting retreat, because they will give you the room rate of $109 per night before taxes. If you go to book online, that is not going to be any less than booking the retreat rate. You want to book it at the retreat rate. So they put you in our retreat block of rooms. If for any reason they tell you we are out of rooms, because they should have queens and they should have kings. The queen rooms have 2 beds. The king rooms have 1 bed. When they put you in those rooms, they are going to be on ground floor. I requested that specifically because there is no elevator currently in the building. They are looking to add one, but it is not there yet. So I don't want anybody having to necessarily climb stairs after a day of sewing. So make sure that you mention the retreat name of the Siberian Wind. The retreat cost is $275. That is including without the hotel, it is including your evening meal. You will not be provided lunch. Lunch is on your own. If you are staying at the hotel, you will get breakfast at the hotel. You will not get. There is a restaurant on site, so you can go eat lunch at the restaurant on site if you like, but you are not required to. There's no requirement whatsoever. The retreat is September 9th through the 13th, so that is a Wednesday through Sunday. The sewing lounge that we are setting up is going to be open from noon on Wednesday through 6 p.m. on Sunday. So you can stay after checkout and you can come in before check-in. So you have the option to sew longer than what the room rate is for. You can also bring your luggage to the lounge. So if you need to check out and you want to continue to stay, you can do that. There is a free airport shuttle as well as shopping shuttle. So you can take the shuttle and go get food to eat in your room, like, microwave stuff from, there's 2 Walmarts here. There's fast food restaurants. There's sit down restaurants. There's all kinds of places to eat. And most of them aren't too far from the hotel. Or a lot of them really aren't too far from the hotel. You are in downtown or close to downtown, I'll put it that way. With that being said, one side of town to the other side of town is 15 minutes. So from where you are at the hotel, you are less than 15 minutes from most parts of town. So if you want something that is anywhere in the city of Casper, you are probably less than 15 minutes away. So they will take you there and bring you back, all of that. And there's no charge for that shuttle. There will be a vendor mall during the retreat. At the vendor mall, you will get discount cards for the vendors. So I know one vendor that will be there for sure. We will also take shuttles to a couple of the other shops that are not going to be at the vendor mall that are here in town. Both of them are fantastic shops, great to shop at. And one has more fabric. One is actually the ones providing the machines. So if you want to rent a machine, that is only $100 for the entire time you're here. They are Baby Lock Zest machines, so it's an entry-level machine, but it's still sturdy and great for piecing. So that will all be set up for you. You do not have to worry about setting it up for yourself. It's all going to be taken care of for you. We are going to have door prizes. We are also going to have a swap table. So you can bring things that you want to get rid of that somebody else that is a quilter might enjoy. Oh, that'll be awesome. Shelby says she's gonna, they're looking at flying into Denver and renting a car to drive from there. That will be a great way to do it. If you are going to drive, I do recommend coming from the south. Don't go to Billings and drive down from Billings. If you want a more scenic route, you want to come from Denver or Cheyenne. It is a much more scenic drive. So if you've never been to the state of Wyoming, that will kind of drop you into Casper. And it's really amazing. Right, Chris? She says, Math Geek will be wonderful to meet you. Yes, it will. The nice thing about that drive, need to head to bed? Absolutely, Rena. Thank you so much for being here. Go pet some fabric on your way to bed, please. You know you want to. You know you deserve it. Go pet some fabric. Get that serotonin hit. It is fun, Jen. It is going to be a blast. The sewing lounge, you will have your own table. You will not be sharing a table with anyone else. So you can spread out as much as you need to. I can fit up to 70 people in that room. The minimum is 30, but I can fit up to 70. So you tell me. You tell me. You keep bringing people up, and we will fill up until we fill. Also, as my hub's pointing out, there are larger planes. Yes, coming from Denver. Yeah. So if you fly to Casper directly, you are going to probably, almost guaranteed, you're going to transfer in Denver. I don't know of any other airport that's flying into Casper as a direct flight. So you are probably going to be doing a layover in Denver. Carrie's going to be flying into Denver and driving up. Oh my gosh. Y'all can carpool. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to put y'all carpooling, but that would be fun. I like that idea. So the nice thing is, once you, okay, so I have recently done the Cheyenne to Casper drive a couple of times. That's kind of why I'm tired right now too, because I just had to do it this weekend. Actually, I made that drive yesterday. And when you are driving from Cheyenne up to Casper, right, Jen's gonna have to get with her peeps. Cynthia, let's see, hang on. Where's my chat? There we go. Cynthia, are you going? She's already said she probably isn't going to be able to go, but I hope she can. I hope you can, Cynthia. That would be amazing to have you come up here. I'm going to pop the chat back out so I can see it. There we go. YouTube, of course, has to crash on me once a day. It hadn't crashed until now, so it has to crash for me. Golly, this tube is determined. It is very, very stuck. This one may go on the back burner because it is just determined to be my nemesis. As long as I can drive, I don't make a good passenger. Oh, there you go. That's fair, Carrie. I don't make a good passenger either sometimes. I was very picky about the music this week. Very picky. I'm picky about music, guys. I really am. But yeah, so you will have your own table. I am looking at irons, ironing boards, and cutting mats, so that nobody has to bring those in. Those, worst case scenario, you might share with your next table over. Or we might have to share with an aisle. Just depends on what we can work out. There's plenty of outlets though. They're going to drop those down from the ceiling for us. There's plenty of beautiful lighting in that room. And even though there's a couple of steps up to it, however, you don't actually have to make the steps up to it. There is a wheelchair lift because I will be needing that myself, I already know. But there is a wheelchair lift to get to the sewing lounge. So everything is going to be ground floor and or wheelchair accessible. Oh no. Cynthia says she's like, I wish I could, but I have a college kid that's breaking me. I know, right? See, if you're sharing a room though, that cuts the cost. Will you put these dates and info on the site so we can remember? Yes, I will. I'm going to do another post about it too. Yeah, absolutely, Nanette. She says, can we bring a small iron and wool mat? Absolutely. You are more than welcome to do so. I do not have a problem if you are driving and you want to bring your full-size iron and ironing board. I do not have a problem with that. I was mainly looking at irons and ironing boards to see what options I could get for us. I just don't have answers on that yet. And a lot of that comes down to how the registration goes. So if we are stalling on the registration and I don't have the minimum, I have to put money into the retreat. It's going to make it tight for me to do that. And if we have that minimum of 30, then I can start looking at what I can spend my money on versus spending it on the retreat itself. So I'm trying to break even, at least. That's where the 30 is from. And I wanted to keep the costs down. So I did not want it to be a crazy expensive retreat. All right, this tube is just absolutely determined not to turn. It is just determined, guys. I don't know what I have done to the sewing, sewing powers that be, but this tube at this seam point is just darn near determined that it will not do what it is supposed to do. I'm still fighting with it though. Still fighting with it. Check back with me in 4 years, right? So yes, there is already retreat videos up. Let me go do that versus fighting with this some more, because this can wait until tomorrow, worst case scenario. Let me go grab those videos for you guys. That way it's actually in the chat. And there is a playlist for retreat information videos. So let me see if I can share the playlist. Looks like I can shuffle it, and looks like I can loop it, but doesn't look like I can share it. So we're going to share one of the videos on the playlist, and then you can click through for that. Let's do it that way. There we go. So many of us are together on other lives. It's like, it is, right? It absolutely is. All right, so that is a link to one of the 2 videos I've got up about the retreat. I am going to do another one in the next couple of days. This one was the January 2nd update, which has information about payments and such. So there's links in the descriptions, this description box of the videos. Look at this. It moved. We're going to see. What if you ask the hotel if we can bring the irons? Yes, I am going to ask them. That is on my list to ask them. I've been holding off until we are closer to hitting that minimum so that I don't have to do any more negotiations with them. Oh, right, Jen? I would love to have you here. You absolutely need to come to the retreat. You can drag as many of your quilty buddies from your area as you would like. I would not mind. Fill up a whole 15-passenger van. At that point, you don't need a CDL to drive. So fill up a 15-passenger van and just tow a thing behind you for all your bags, right? It works for me. Here we go. We got it turned. It's turned. Okay. I was just telling my husband today about the retreat and how I wish I could go. He said the same thing. Wait 4 years. Okay. Your husband is officially not on my happy list. I won't send him a meanie card, but I'll put him on my not happy list for the next 4 years. Oh, denying you a retreat. I know, right? Right? All right. So I did the one at the beginning. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more of them done, or started rather. So I will press these later and sew the extra 2 rows on them. So I've got 2 completely sewn. I need to go to a board meeting tomorrow anyway and show them the lanyard pieces and see how that works. Oh, he's on your meanie list too, right? I just need a few minutes to relax. It did. It needed me to breathe and take a step back, and it needed to think that I'd forgotten about it. It needed the hammer of me supposedly forgetting about it. I didn't forget, but it thought I did. So now let me get these strips up off the floor before I forget. And that took up the rest of our time, guys. It did. I didn't know that I was going to do that, but oh well. That's okay with me. So while I'm getting these up off the floor and rolling my table over them, there we go. They're all up off the floor. Jen says, I've never been to Wyoming. September is my birthday. There you go. You should celebrate all month long. You should celebrate. See, my birthday is in October. So you guys being here in September means that by the time October rolls around, I can relax and put my feet up and think back to less than a month before my birthday and really, really enjoy it. So the full retreat is the $275. Deposit is $140. That's what's due before May 1st. If you want early registration, We will take registrations all the way through August 1st, but I'm trying to hit that minimum by May 1st so that we don't have to do anything different. We don't have to go, hey, we got to adjust the rates. We don't have to do any of that kind of stuff. We can kick off your birthday. See, I like that idea. And Katie Krause, her birthday is in September also. Okay, so we need all the September birthdays to make sure you let me know that what day in September your birthday is, because we'll do something special for that. Because we can. We need a birthday cake or treat. We can handle that. I can arrange that. I will absolutely arrange that. That's right. I do remember you telling me that, Pat. My birthday is in September also, is what Pat says, right? You got to have a birthday in September, right? Got to have one. So my husband's is in August, mine is in October. So all of the rest of you are filling up my September for me. I like that. I like that. So one thing we are going to do, and I will go ahead and tell you this, aside from, we are going to have a puzzle / game table. I do have quilting puzzles we'll break out just for the retreat that I have not broken into yet. So if you are a puzzle person and you want some downtime, you will be able to puzzle while you are on your downtime and taking a break from sewing. You will sew a Quilt of Valor quilt block for us while you are here, just one block, and it will be pre-cut for you so you don't have to figure any of it out. We're the triplets, right? I know. We will have a swap table, and so everybody who's getting their registration in before May 1st is getting entered for early registration door prizes. So those early registration door prizes are only for those who register and pay their registration before May 1st, because that's a reward for you guys getting your registrations in early enough for me to not stress. So you help me not stress, I help you guys out. There are going to be, what was the other thing I was going to say? Other than the door prizes, you're going to have coupons for the vendor mall, so you'll get discounts at the vendor mall, which is going to be on site. So we will have vendors set up on site to help handle everything. Then we are also, we're doing a program every night with the dinner. So the dinner is kind of like everybody gathers for the dinner. Got to have you gathered for the dinner. The other thing is we are going to do a parade, a quilt parade. So bring a quilt with you that you would like to display. It can be just a quilt top, or it can be a full quilt that you've completed. It can be small, it can be big, it can be whatever you want to pack and bring with you. But we are going to do a quilt parade, and we'll videotape that, and each of you will get an access to the video. And then if you consent to be on YouTube with your face pictured on YouTube, if your face is visible in the video, then we'll post it on YouTube. We'll post snippets of those who do not mind being on video. So guys, it is basically that time of night. I am going to go find me something to snack on, go take some medicine, and go climb into bed. So what I want you guys to do for me, don't forget to submit your show and tell. You have until 3 p.m. Tuesday to submit that, either Facebook, MeWe, or through email to me. Make sure you submit the show and tell, because this is the last chance to get into the show and tell giveaway for this month. And don't forget super chats. The last time to enter a super chat is going to be April 12th. If you don't get your super chats in, you will not get an opportunity to win any of the super chat prizes. And go pat some fabric. Go put some needle and thread to fabric. Go get that serotonin hit. Go get that dopamine boost. You know you want it. And I will see you guys Tuesday for another amazing show and tell. I can't wait to see you guys there, 6 p.m. Mountain Time. And until